Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. We got a good one today, y'all. We talking about A'ja Wilson. A'ja Wilson, Gamecock legend. A'ja Wilson, Gamecock legend, who happens to have a statue out front of the Colonial Life Arena. A'ja Wilson, South Carolina born, South Carolina bred, from Columbia, South Kakalaki, tied the single game mark of scoring in WNBA history. Put that in context. W has been around for a long time. And A'ja Wilson, great Gamecock legend, tied the single game scoring mark. It was all over the social media. It was all over wherever you want to see. A'ja Wilson was trending because this doesn't just happen every day. A'ja Wilson, one of the best who's ever done it. Number one pick in the WNBA draft. Number one player in the country. Went to South Carolina. Came off the bench her first year. Her freshman year at South Carolina. The next 3 years was an All-American. Ended up having garnered every award you can name in college. Won a national title in 2017. Got drafted, went to the Aces, and has been having a storybook WNBA career since the beginning. Multiple time All-Star. 2-time league MVP, defensive player of the year, All-WNBA. Won the championship last year. Favored to win the championship this year. Favored to win another MVP. A'ja Wilson has done everything in a short amount of time that anyone can ask for in a basketball career. But she's just getting started. Her future is so bright with the Aces. A'ja's 27 years old. A'ja is 27 years old, y'all. She hasn't hit her athletic prime yet. We don't know how good she can be. And the best thing about this stat line? The best thing about this stat line of 53 points is a lot of things. First off, she was 16 for 23 from the field. That's 69%. 1 for 1 from the three-point line. So she wasn't jacking up a whole lot of threes like some players do now in this WNBA, in this NBA, in this college basketball era. She wasn't jacking up 9-10 threes. She shot 1. She also shot 20 for 21 from the free throw line. That's 95%. A'ja Wilson is the center. She's 6'5". 20 for 21 from the free throw line. Oh, throw in 7 rebounds, throw in 4 blocks, don't forget, the WNBA game is shorter than 10-minute quarters. A'ja Wilson played 33 minutes. She scored 53 points in 33 minutes. That's like Michael Jordan, my favorite player of all time. When they play 48 minutes, that's like him scoring 70. A'ja Wilson is a phenom, and she is the best player in the world. Bar none. Nobody. She scores, she rebounds, she blocks shots, she plays defense. What more do you want out of a player? What more do you want out of a player? She is the most dominant player in WNBA. That's what she do. And she is a Carolina Gamecock through and through. A'ja Wilson, barring injury, A'ja Wilson will go down as a top 5, top 3 player in WNBA history. And it all started at the University of South Carolina. It all started there. It all started there. Greatness personified is A'ja Wilson. Continue to watch her work. Couple things I want to talk about. I was going to talk about it yesterday, but I decided to push it to the right and talk about it today. We're going to talk about Amari Berry. Amari Berry, the 7th ranked player in the country, one of the most talented ladies in the class of 2024, recently committed to the Clemson Tigers. If you know Captain Will, you know how I feel about Clemson. I'm not a fan, never have been a fan, never will be a fan of the Clemson Tigers. Never, it's not going to happen. Everybody know the rivalry between Carolina and Clemson. We know what that is in every sport. I don't care if it's football. I don't care if it's basketball, baseball, fencing, equestrian, spades, hopscotch, whatever the case may be. Nobody from South Carolina likes anybody from Clemson. That just goes with the territory, okay? But Amari Berry surprised me, one, by going to Clemson, because Clemson sucked. But you know, every recruit, every lady in this country has the opportunity to go to whatever school they want to if they're talented, if they're talented enough. And Amari Berry had the choice of many schools, every school in the country, the top schools, meaning she could have went to South Carolina. She could have went to UConn. She could have went to LSU. She could have went to her home state, Tennessee. But she decided to go to Clemson. And I read this article, and it perked my interest. Because of the reasons why she decided to go to Clemson. Clemson is bad in basketball. They are. But they scored a top recruit. And the reasons that Amari Berry said that she chose the Clemson Tigers, let's start with Carolina. She said that Carolina offered her back in 22. And then the conversations basically stopped. Okay. I don't know if this is true or not. Not sure. I could speculate. I could give you my opinion. That's why you were watching Captain Will, for me to give you my opinion. Okay. My opinion is that that's the way she feels. If she feels that happened, then it happened. Okay? It could be that Carolina wasn't recruiting her as hard because Carolina recruits everyone, and Carolina doesn't necessarily have to recruit. Hear me now. Carolina doesn't have to necessarily recruit because players want to come to Carolina. Don Staley does not have to come into your living room for you to want to be a Gamecock. Most of these girls have grown up watching South Carolina, watching how dominant they are. So it's not as aggressive as some teams where you are having constant contact, text messages, phone calls, whatever the case may be. Going to your gym. I ain't saying I know what happened, because I don't know what happened. All I'm saying is maybe Amari Berry didn't get recruited the way she wanted to by South Carolina. Now, she felt the same way about a couple other schools where they just, dipped their toe in a little bit. But they didn't show her the love that she wanted. Amari Berry wanted to be loved. She wanted to feel wanted. Really wanted. That's how she wanted to feel. And she just didn't get that love from other schools, but she got the love from Clemson. She said Clemson kept in contact with her. Clemson was the first one to offer her. Clemson was always recruiting her. Clemson constantly put pressure on Amari Berry and show how much love they have for her. And apparently it worked. She ended up signing with Clemson, regardless of how bad they're going to suck for the next 4 years, because it's Clemson. But she decided to go there. She decided to go there. Will she stay 4 years at Clemson? I don't know. Part of me say no. What I'm really surprised is why she didn't choose Tennessee. How did Tennessee let a talent, the talent of Amari Berry leave those state lines? Not only leave those state lines to go to a bad school called Clemson. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And it brought me to this feeling of how I would feel if Joyce Edwards leaves the state of South Carolina and go to an LSU, go to a Tennessee, go to a UConn, go to a Stanford, go to one of these schools. I would feel bad. I would feel horrible. I would feel out of place. But I would feel even worse if she chose to stay in state and go to Clemson. That would really irritate me. But just hypothetically speaking, what if Joyce Edwards decided to go to Clemson? What if Joyce Edwards decided to go to Clemson and join Amari Berry in Clemson? That would make them probably number 1, number 2 recruiting class in the country for a team that sucks. But if you have two teams if you have 2 players, the capability of Amari Berry and Joyce Edwards joining your school, joining your basketball team, you won't suck forever. You won't be bad because these players don't. Joyce Edwards, for one, is the best player in the country. Amari Berry, number 7th ranked player in the country. They can play. They can work. They are extremely good. I'm saying all this to say this. I don't want Joyce Edwards to leave the perimeter of South Carolina. I do not. But I damn sure don't want her going to Clemson. Amari Berry, I'm disappointed that you are not a Gamecock, but I respect your decision. I just don't like Clemson. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. Let's go.
Oh, J-Rock, let this beat.